Okay, I'm Ed. This is my son Zach. We're together, Canadian guys trying weird beers. Whoa! And today is our big St. Patrick's Day special. Woo!
Can you tell?
Anywho, so we got 3 beers to try. But before that, palate cleanser. Now, the palate cleanser.
Wow, we are wasting no time today.
Oh, we got 3 beers. 3 beers, no waiting.
That was me in college.
3 beers. So the palate cleanser today, because it's our St. Patty's Day spectacular, meaning we're wearing hats, we're going to depart from tradition. We usually have a tequila as our palate cleanser, but because it's St. Patty's Day, we're going to have an Irish whiskey. This was suggested by our buddy Murph. Thanks, Murph.
Thank you, Murph. But I don't think Murph knew that we were going to get an IPA whiskey.
Well, that's our producer's puckish sense of humor. This is a Jameson IPA edition. Whiskey finished in craft beer barrels. Product of Ireland. Man, that came off without much fuss.
Well, yeah, because it's a screw top. Because
and we've got we spare no expense. We've got our cheap plastic St. Patty's Day shot glasses.
in case you've been around long enough, in which case, thank you. You'll probably notice that these are also the same ones from last year.
Yes, they are. Only last year they had a whistle, which we used to annoy you. And I figured, well, no, let's not annoy the viewers because we're trying to grow our numbers. We're trying to get into double digits. Okay.
Well, this is what you want on a shot glass.
A hole? That's where the
straw
whistle
goes.
Like any good Irishman, you drink your whiskey with a straw. Well, I'm covering up the hole. That's what she said. Oh, okay, here we go. In for a penny, in for a bottle and hodl the hole. That's Irish. Do you taste any of the IPA?
I'm breathing it.
Well, that's Jameson's, all right.
Yeah, that's Jameson. That's so much nicer immediately than some of the fucking swill we've had as tequila.
But man, I had my share of Jamesons. One party, too much Jamesons.
Some might argue, as close as this video gets to St. Patrick's Day, that there's not enough Jameson.
That's true. There's always room for a little Jamesons in your life. That's what we're saying.
Also, Ireland fact, Halloween started there.
Really?
Yep. It was a pagan festival with that was in celebration of a dude named Samhain.
I know you're lying.
I'm not lying.
Really?
Yeah.
So there you go. Halloween started with the Irish. Way to go, Ireland.
Yeah, thank you for the chocolate.
Yeah, and the spookums. Okay, so we've got 3 beers today. Now, 2 of them are Irish beers, and one of them is Irish adjacent, because we couldn't find a stout that we haven't already had.
These aren't traditionally weird beers, but I figure in the spirit of things that the Irish would find these weird, if not outright offensive.
Love you, Ireland. So, the 2 primary beers are a couple of Guinness beers. One of them is a Guiness Blonde, which that's Irish adjacent because it's brewed in Baltimore. Blah. The home of John Waters. So we've got the blonde, which I mean I'm sure any Irishman is going to go, a blonde Guinness? Up your arse. So enough of my bad Irish accent. The other beer is a Guinness called Hop House Ale.
It's a lager.
Oh yeah, it's a lager, sorry.
And this one
is brewed in Ireland.
Actually brewed in Ireland.
Hooray! Hooray! So,
I got one.
Yeah, so this
by accident. I didn't read it.
So this might be legit. Oh, there's all sorts of text on these beers.
Yeah.
Okay, the blonde says, a crisp golden beer, citrusy with a refreshing finish, based on a recipe refined for brewing at our new Open Gate Brewery in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, Guinness.
Oh, this just in. Samhain, or a Gaelic word pronounced Samhain, is a pagan religious festival originating from an ancient Celtic spiritual tradition.
Those crazy Celts.
In modern times, it is usually celebrated from October 31st to November 1st to welcome in the harvest and usher in the dark half of the year.
Oh.
Celebrants believe that the barriers between the physical world and the spirit world break down during Samhain, allowing more interaction between humans and denizens of the other world. So there you go.
The barrier breaks down?
Yeah.
I must have watched The Notebook. Well, was The Notebook a real weepy movie?
Yes.
Okay, well, then that's what would cause the barrier to break down.
I mean...
Watching The Notebook.
I mean, it wasn't for me.
Jeez, but you gotta explain a joke. Okay, the other...
there were no ghosts in The Notebook.
There weren't?
No.
Who wrote in The Notebook?
Are you thinking of Death Note? The anime?
No, I'm thinking about the... I don't know, there's a notebook and people cry.
People cry because it's allegedly a sad movie.
I thought they cried because the penmanship was poor.
I cried because the movie was bad.
This Hop House Lager from Guinness. A group of enterprising brewers on a quest to explore new recipes, reinterpret old ones, and collaborate freely to bring exciting beers to life. Just like Dr. Frankenstein. A golden lager with refreshing taste and clean, crisp finish. Brewed with malted barley and double hopped. So there you go. Except no substitutes. Now this one is a stout that is Irish adjacent because it's from a brewery up here in Canada called Cameron's. Cameron is an Irish name. Is it not?
Maybe. Let us know.
Leave a comment down below.
Yeah.
This is called Crooked Nose Stout. There's a Viking on the front. And it says, Rejoice, beer drinker. Crooked Nose Stout has once again emerged from the mist. A rich black body and tan fluffy head. Presence of roasted barley and deep cocoa flavor. Enjoyed equally well in glass or drinking horn. In the tenacious style of a warrior. Okay, so let's go with the blonde first.
Okay.
Try the blonde, the Guiness Blonde. Hey, ooh, ooh, seizure warning. I thought that's a kindness warning about seizures. Why is Toucan Sam on the front? That's not very Irish.
Because when Guinness saw that people were preferring blondes, they were like, well, two can play at this game. Oh, look at that color.
Wow, that's a nice looking beer.
That's beautiful.
See?
Look at that.
Lacko schmutz. The Irish wouldn't give you schmutz.
It smells like a rice beer.
Or like a freshly washed gymnasium. Either or tomato potato. Because we got to taste it.
That's delightful.
I know it's sacrilege for Guinness to make a blonde, but it's pretty tasty.
They make a good blonde. It's not crisp, which I kind of miss that crispness.
Yeah.
That like
The edges have been sanded down.
it's incredibly silky, which is weird for a blonde.
Yeah.
Well,
we won't get into that. I like that.
kind of hugs you a little.
Well, I mean, you kind of want to be hugged by a blonde, right? And the citrusy taste is just at the edge. It's not a primary flavor component. It's just, it's going. Yeah, there's a little dab of citrus. That was good.
Yeah, I am A-okay with that.
Yummy. We're off to a good start. Yeah, you know what? I really don't think you can go wrong with Irish beers or Irish-inspired beers. Just my opinion. And you can't go wrong with Palate Cleanser from Ireland.
You can go wrong. Do you think that the Jameson is a screw top because the Irish can't be trusted with a cork?
What, do you mean they fired at people?
Well, that or they find corks a bit too tongue-in-cheek, you know? It's a geography joke.
Yes, an Irish geography joke. Like, we don't do any research. Well, we don't. He probably just knew that. Ready for another shot at Jameson's?
Oh, boy.
I know I am. Oh, that's familiar. I mean, it's good. But yeah, it's got some heft to it.
It's that fucking IPA weighing it down.
No, Jameson's has heft all on its own. It doesn't need IPA to prop it up. Trust me. Okay, let's go with the Hop House Lager.
This one's also 5%.
So what other fun factoids do you have about Ireland?
The fun fact number 2, there's actually a festival. Oh.
Nice.
That's nice.
It's nice golden amber kind of.
I could trap a dinosaur in there for like 1,000 years.
If the dinosaur is smart, he'll drink his way out.
Yeah, there's a festival in Ireland where villagers chase after a goat. And when they catch it, the goat is king for 3 days.
Fuck, I love the Irish. That is awesome.
I like how you immediately bought into that one.
What?
Which is still true, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's still true.
Because the Irish have a sense of whimsy. And they like to enjoy themselves. So why not chase a goat and once you catch it, make it king for a day?
Well, you know, I mean, once you run out of potatoes, you really got to live life to the fullest. Oh, actually, fun fact number 2.5.
Okay.
Ireland's population still hasn't recovered from the potato famine.
What?
Before the famine, it was like 8 million.
Yeah.
As of 2020, it's still like 5 million. At about 5 million, you have just enough people to split the pot of gold with.
To what?
To split the pot of gold with.
What size is this pot of gold?
It not to split 5. It doesn't matter. Drink your beer. Interesting.
This is even smoother than the blonde, I find.
Really?
Yeah.
I was about to say it has more of a crisp, but it's lacking a bit of aftertaste. This just in, and if you're a big market fiend, strap in for this one. Gold per ounce is $2,000.
Wow. Hey, you Irish people, start following them rainbows, eh?
It tastes a bit flatter than the last one.
I like it. I like the taste. But I mean, I really like lagers.
I'm not crazy about this. It's
I don't know. I'm having a better reaction to it.
Yeah.
Like I'm no rashes, no anaphylactic shock. So that's a positive reaction in my book.
It's okay.
It's just a really good lager for me anyway. I would have no problems ordering either of these in a bar or a pub.
Would you agree that we've had better lagers?
Yes.
And I think maybe that's kind of tainting my perspective a little bit.
Yeah, perhaps.
Because it makes me miss a better lager.
They can't all be 10s. You can have a couple of 8s and 7s in there.
I know, but, you know.
Yep, I like it. I like that one. Anything left? Man, we're making short work of those.
Is this what it's like when we have good beers on an episode?
Yeah, we knock them all back and there's nothing left.
Can we have more episodes like this?
I would love more episodes where all the beers were good. But we still got the stout. But before that, palate cleanser.
We're doing a third?
Oh, yeah. It's St. Patrick's Day, for God's sake.
Drink responsibly, by the way.
So there you go. Fiddly-dee.
Man.
Whew. Oh, okay, that may have been a mistake.
You know what? Interesting comparison. Tequila hits you right away. Jameson, the more you have it, the more it builds.
Till you're kind of loose-limbed and you can't walk. Oh, look at that.
Oh, man.
That is dark.
It is blocking all light. My stout will block out the sun. Oh, man. It doesn't splish splash or it doesn't even take a bath. It's so heavy. This is like Texas tea.
That is.
Black gold.
That's an allusion to the Beverly Hillbillies, for those of you who are unaware.
I don't know if I said this before already, but it smells like a stout.
Yeah, no, it definitely smells like a stout.
And
it's got the chocolatey notes.
Yeah, deep cocoa flavor. Enjoyed equally well in glass or drinking horn. Oh, I have a drinking horn.
Now, we'll do that for our All Viking episode.
Are there any Viking holidays?
The Vikings must have celebrated something.
Christmas?
Their pillaging of other lands. We pillaged this other land, la 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 la.
All right. In post, make sure to cut this. But there's a joke.
That's a Viking song. We pillaged this other land, la 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 la. And they do jazz hands.
Oh man, I want to see a Viking do jazz hands.
I will lay waste to your hand.
Okay, so back to St. Patrick's Day.
Back to the Stout.
Fun fact: they do not like it being called St. Paddy's Day.
No, I know.
Because Paddy is a different name. Also, fun fact: the president of Ireland brings his dog everywhere, and it's the fucking cutest dog. Yep, that's a stout. It's lighter than Guinness.
I don't like it as much as Guinness.
No, it's definitely crisper than Guinness. What is this just in? Yeah, there we go. Look at that.
Jesus, he's an old guy.
He's an old guy, and that's a big dog.
That is a big dog. Oh, that's a cutie pup.
Yeah, and it keeps on bugging him during interviews. It's great.
Fuck, the guy looks like he's 1,000,000 years old.
Yeah, during editing, put the picture of the dog and the president here.
It's Michael D. Higgins is
Michael
the name
D.
of
Higgins.
the president of Ireland.
80 years old, which is
80 years old, man. Not as good as Guinness. Sorry, Cameron Stout.
It's good though.
Unfortunately,
it's not fair.
Stouts the world over, Guinness is the benchmark. It's the standard by which all stouts are measured.
Would it be a good introduction to stouts for someone who hasn't had stout?
Yes. Yes, it would be a great introduction to stouts. I think them making a good introductory stout is a very good thing, especially for them.
Give credit to Cameron's. It's not a terrible stout. It's pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to transition from like lagers and like wheat beers to stouts, if you want to start venturing in that direction,
yeah, this is a good.
This is definitely
is the starter kit.
Yeah, so we should probably wrap this up.
Okay, so the movie review.
I think it's only
evaluation.
It's only fitting that we tried to force as much Irish into this as possible. That still didn't really translate super well, and despite the fact that like everything about it was technically Irish, it still wasn't the point. So I think this gets a whole lot gets a Boondock Saints out of 10.
I can't argue with that.
One of Willem Dafoe's best performances, I would say. Like he goes almost full Nicolas Cage in that movie. It's so great.
Man, I don't remember him being in that movie, but I don't remember the movie. I know it's a violent action movie, right?
It's more of like a action drama.
Really? I just remember there was a lot of gunplay. I'm not remembering things well. Thanks, Jamesons. I guess that's it for our yearly St. Patrick's Day episode. We had some Irish adjacent beers. We had definite Irish whiskey. And we got our Irish bling.
Suck on this, Flavor Flav.
Yeah. You and your big fucking clock. I said clock.
Why hasn't he upgraded to fucking digital?
Because he's a lazy bastard.
Can you call someone that prefers analog clocks lazy, though?
Analog definitely takes more work.
Also, how many...
Okay, so props to Flavor Flav for using actual clocks instead of digital.
Props to Flavor Flav for knowing how to tell time.
Props to Flavor Flav for being called Flavor Flav.
I don't know why I started being mean to Flavor Flav. I'm sure he's a totally nice dude.
Is he Irish? He might have Irish blood in him. You don't know. You've got Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy. He's one of the all-time great Irish rockers. Thin Lizzy, one of the great all-time Irish rock bands. I was thinking about Irish rock bands outside of U2 because they're kind of wussy. Well, they are. Come on, Bono. Really? I'd take Phil Lynott over Bono any fucking day. What? So there you go. Fuck you, Bono.
Oh, Jesus. Yep. That's the best way to wrap up the St. Patrick's Day episode.
Well,
a big old middle finger to Bono.
Well, I would like to give a mention to another Irish rocker, Rory Gallagher. He's a rock blues guitar player. Not particularly well known, but he is amazing. And go on YouTube and check him out.
Yeah, he definitely needs the views more than us.
Yeah. No, we need the views more than him because
that's what I'm saying.
Because he's passed away. But
okay.
Well, he's no longer with us.
Fuck you. Okay, we have got to wrap up. We've got to wrap up. I like how you went. Fuck you, Bono. Here's this dead guy.
I prefer Rory Gallagher over Bono and U2. I don't hate U2. They're okay. They have some good stuff.
U2's not bad.
No, they're not bad.
They
I think Bono's a bit kind of little bit.
Yeah, we should wrap this up.
There you go. That's our Irish spectacular. We liked all the beers and we liked the Jamesons, but we'll be going back to tequila for the next one. So I'm Ed. This is my son Zach. Says Begora. We're ticketing guys trying weird beers, and it's Irish St. Patrick's Day.
What? Comic Sans Begora? What the fuck was that?
Comic Sans Begora?
Don't question me! What did you just say?
Where's he in Irish lore?
I didn't realize you were talking about a mythological character.
Comic Sans Begora.
Comic Sans goes right here. We should definitely wrap it up.
Yes, okay, so, yeah, we've had way too much to drink. So, I'm Ed. This is my son Zach. We're two Canadian guys trying weird beers. Happy St. Patrick's Day! Deedle-a-deedle-a-deedle-a-deedle-a-deedle-a-doo!
This hat is so sweaty, and I am so fucking...
This hat is so sweaty!
I am so legless.
On St. Patrick's Day! Oh, Slanson! Yeah.
Slancha! Oh, I should have said that at some point.
Yes, why not?
That's the fucking cheers.
Slancha, yes.
God, I'm a sham. A sham rock.